What's up, everybody? My name is Jeremy Jones and I am back with another video. Today I'm talking my weekly sneaker rotation, so stay tuned.
Got a lot of things changing in my life. Hoping one day I'ma get it all right. Brother is engaged, about to start a new life. Yeah, I haven't had a chill day. Really wanna vibe, appreciate the moments. I've been creating, not scrolling. Mom and dad still support.
Alright, man, I'm back with another video. Now, before I get too deep into this video, y'all already know what to do. Go and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you know, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Alright, so let's dive into today's video. Just like I said in the intro, man, I am back another weekly sneaker rotation. Now, this should be week 129 to the best of my knowledge. And if I'm wrong, feel free to correct the kid down in the comment section. Y'all already know I started this series off at the beginning of 2023. And here we are, we're all the way in 2025. Now, if you want to get a sneak peek of what I'm wearing throughout the week, sign up for that sold out Discord. The link is pinned at the top of the comment section. And it is free to sign up. Well, of course, we continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section. And of course, we're going to be talking upcoming like sneaker releases just in case if I don't get the content on time, and of course for that weekly sneaker rotation ahead of time, right? Okay, but enough rambling, let's just get into this weekly sneaker rotation. Now, y'all know I end things off on a Friday and pick right back up on Saturday. So for this Saturday and for Sunday, the kid was pretty much in the house all weekend, right? Okay, and with that being said, the kid was in none other than his Yeezy Slides pure colorway. Now, as you can see, I don't know if the camera's gonna do this any type of justice, but yeah, my pair has been pretty much dog, right? Okay, I've been having these joints since 2021, and let's just say I've got my money's worth. I did pay resale on this pair right here. Now, the remaining pair of Yeezy Slides that I have, I've got them for retail, right? Okay, but these joints, I had to come off the hip with the chips. Not too bad, but just enough where, like, do you really want to pay that for some slides type of price, right? Okay, but with that being said, as you can see, I don't know if the camera's gonna do this any type of justice. These joints have been to you know what and back, but these are my around the house shoes. This is when I take out the trash joints. Just chill, man, nothing really crazy, but overall I really love these joints right here. Super duper comfortable. And I will say this, if you're looking for the perfect house shoe or travel shoe or lounge shoe, I would give it to the Yeezy Slides, right? Okay, so this was my Saturday and Sunday shoe, was the Yeezy Slide Pure. Cool, now we're gonna pick back up on Monday, and I'm just gonna give you guys a full warning. Rain pretty much all week except for Friday. So again, the kid liked to move cautiously, but I didn't give y'all a whole bunch of Air Jordan 11s this time. You know what I'm saying? I got tired of that myself, right? Okay, so Monday, right back to work. Kid pulled in none other than the Allen Iverson red toe joints. Now, these are the questions, right? Okay, one of my favorite sneakers, probably that I should have got back when I was like a young lad, but you know, I didn't get them. Now, I will say this shoe is super duper bulky, but one thing I will say this, I'm not afraid to get them wet. And as you can see, they've been holding up for the test of time, right? Okay, Allen Iverson, for the people who don't know, what you should know, pretty much, he is like the Michael Jordan for basketball that didn't get rings, right? Okay, yes, he played basketball. Yes, he was in the NBA. And yes, ironically, that whole Bowling Allen situation that went down before his career kind of took off and he had to go, you know, face a little bit of legal trouble. I have actually been to that bowling alley, and I'll just leave it right there. But of course, the shoe features one of like my favorite colors of all time, which is red. And one thing I will say about this, Reebok, believe it or not, Nike them were always doing their thing, but if there was ever like somebody at one point that was a closer up, at one point, Reebok was there. I'm not saying Adidas and the other brands haven't come close, but Reebok used to be that next level. I mean, they had a lot of like famous people over there that was doing deals with them, but this was my Monday shoe, was the Allen Iverson Questions red toes. Cool. We'll move right on to Tuesday, right back into work. Again, you know the kid worked a full-time job, and like I told y'all, it was pretty much anticipating rain, and I stepped in none other than the Air Jordan 11 Space Jam. Now, these are the one from 2016, if I'm not mistaken. As you can see, my pairs, I think it's throughout time we hit the, like I would say in 2026, we should get a new pair of these, man, because these joints have been through it, right? Okay, from 2016, and still a timeless classic sneaker. One of those, if you know type of sneakers. Is very versatile, whether you like it or not. And of course, it's modeled off of the movie Space Jam, which I used to watch a lot growing up as a kid. I'm not even gonna keep it 100. It's the one, I know they did like a James Brown's version, but I'm talking I said LeBron James. I said LeBron James, right? Okay, but I'm talking to one Michael Jordan in that joint right there. And still, I like the story behind it, but this is the shoe that came behind it. Now, you know, they got the 09 pair, if I'm not mistaken, and then the 2016 pair. So I think it's time we do another one of these guys right here. One of my favorites in my collection, but I'm not afraid to wear whenever it's raining. So I'm not afraid to get them wet. So this is my Tuesday shoe, was the Air Jordan 11 Space Jams. Cool. Now we're gonna move right along to Wednesday, right back at work. You know, I work a full-time job. Again, more rain in the forecast, and I know at this point, I know some people have said, yo, you should just move. But you know what? It is what it is. Moving is like a big, even if you're just moving in the area, it's still a big cost, right? Okay, but anyway, Wednesday, right back at work, stepped in none other than the Nike Foamposite Eggplants, right? Okay, now these pair, if I'm not mistaken, is from 2017. Still held up pretty good, and a timeless classic sneaker. Wow, my pair doesn't look like this. I will say this. This is a pair where before the Foamposites got where you could just put your foot in them, they were comfortable. This is that tight pair what I've had to break in. Now they're not so bad, but when I got them in 2017, dog, when I tell you my feet was throbbing whenever I rocked them joints even for an hour, I'm talking about at one point at work, I was kicking these joints off if I was sitting underneath my desk and not going anywhere, dog. So yeah, but I will say this, one of my favorite shoes in my collection, timeless classics, and y'all know I have been slowly adding more and more to my little small Foamposite collection, right? Okay, y'all know the story behind this sneaker, of course. Penny Hardaway, his logo is on the back of the shoe. Originally was supposed to be for Scottie Pippen, but you know, Penny Hardaway got these instead. But anyway, this was my Wednesday shoe, was a Nike Foamposite Eggplant. Pause on that, right? Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna move right on to Thursday. Ironically, the kid was actually off for work. So again, when I'm off from work, I like to just handle as much business as humanly possible. And with that being said, still more rain on the way. So I wanted to wear a safety where it's a beater, where if something happened to it, I'm not really tripping. It's a shoe that I was gonna sell, tried to sell, and then end up selling it. And I'm talking none other than the Nike Dunk, and these are the golden rods. Now y'all know I don't have too many Dunks in my collection, but this is one that, you know, me and Dunks that went together for these right here, and I end up copying. And at the end of the day, if I was that big of a customizer, I feel like I could throw like a Wu-Tang Clan like logo on this, which low-key may not be a bad idea. I may look into see what it would really take to actually do that and make that a video. Because I mean, if you're gonna speak it to an existence, why not go for it? But anyway, this was my Thursday shoe, the Nike Dunk Goldenrod. And yeah, black and yellow, I mean, you can't really go wrong with it. Kind of also makes me think of Wiz Khalifa vibes of that song Black and Yellow, but I know he really wasn't rocking this in the video. But at the same time, this shoe with the combination, it definitely does stand out no matter how you slice it and dice it. So this was my Thursday shoe, was the Nike Dunk Goldenrod. Cool, now we're gonna move right along to Friday. The kid right back into work, but chill vibes and a shoe that, and I guess you could say a silhouette I haven't worn in a while, but the rain had finally came and went, so I was like, why not, right? Okay, nothing big here, but we're talking the Nike, this is the Air Jordan 8, and these are the Aquas, right? Okay, I want to call them the grapes so bad, but these are the Aqua 8s, and arguably one of my favorite shoes in my collection. Definitely makes me think of Dunk's brother, because he was the first person I seen that actually had these right here. And I feel like it's very, very versatile. Y'all know me low key. I am a sucker for the color purple, right? Okay, no pun intended, and I'm not talking about the movie, but this is a shoe that I've had in my collection for quite some time. And of course, I will say this, 8s don't never get enough love that they truly, duly deserve, right? Okay, it is a super duper comfortable shoe, and it is very versatile. Well, at the same time, I will admit that it's bulky, right? Okay, but I feel like the hood still get these love right here. But this was my Friday shoe, was the Air Jordan 8 Aquas. Cool, man. So pretty much that completes my weekly sneaker rotation for this week. Y'all sign off in the comment section and let me know what you wore throughout the week as well, man. I'm gonna do my very, very best to stay on top of the comment section and respond to each and every one of y'all. Other than that, man, I'm gonna go and get out of this thing and start rambling, man. Y'all be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you know, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Again, my name is Jeremy Jones, and thank you for watching, and I'm out.